entering 2025, as every team has a reason to believe that this could be their year. The Brewers were expected to fall to the back of the pack in 2024. Instead, they won 93 games and a second straight division crown. The Crew has to feel like the favorite label is theirs until further notice. The Cubs were supposed to push Milwaukee, but spent most of the year hovering around 500. The pressure is there to make a market improvement in 2025. On the flip side, the Cardinals probably overachieved in matching Chicago's 83 wins. With a wide-open division, the motivation is there to further prove that 2023 was but a one-year bump for one of baseball's most successful franchises. Cincinnati saw a core of young pitchers step up last year, and if the electric Elly De La Cruz can ignite the offense, the Reds have the pieces to move towards the top of the division. Pittsburgh's Paul Skeens burst onto the scene a year ago, but Pittsburgh is more than a 22-year-old phenom. The Bucks bolted out of the gates in each of the last two seasons. If they can find a way to finish, they could be one of 2025's biggest surprises.
Alive, hi hater, bye hater, bye hater, bye Felicia, not today, not tomorrow either.
It's the Minnesota Twins taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Scott Shelby, Chris Singleton with you. So the St. New inning getting started, and now for the Twins, Jose
Miranda.
Close, but call the ball. And That is ball one.
Well, these Twins just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Check swing, and he went. It's 2-2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring positions because they put themselves there.
Got him. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. Now Correa up to hit. Foul ball there. Correa, the former first overall pick from Puerto Rico back in 2012, and he blossomed into the American League Rookie of the Year in 2015.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Bases empty, 1 away here on opening day. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. In the air, left field, down the line, and just foul. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically, he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Here's Royce Lewis. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. And that's going to get into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll make it safely. That's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. They're in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job.
Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Newt.
Lopez back to work. And there's a ball.
You know, these Cards, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. They've found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue it's making things more difficult at the plate.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. That's off the mark. 3-1.
Well, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Walner on his way over. But it's the center fielder who gets there. One up, one down.
Now back.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
They stack center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Contreras in the box now. Takes strike one.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Brings it in. 2 down. Here's Nolan Gorman. Swing and a foul out of play. Two outs. Way outside, and it's 1-1. And misses inside. And that one hammered. His first homer of the year. Just like that, they move in front. It's 2-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
2 outs, nobody on. And now the DH, Alec Burleson. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs for St. Louis on this blast. And it's 2-0. You're dialed into the show. Back here in St. Louis, all set for the start of the inning. Here's Byron Buxton.
Byron Buxton.
Fouled off. He was late.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
That misses. Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
And down on strikes. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch-out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Bangs another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting himself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
There's a strike at the knees. Misses, and it's 1-2.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Ground ball left side. Arenado to first in time, and the Twins go 1-2-3. Nothing doing here. Back here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the inning. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado.
Out to short, Correa. Tosses to first, and a quick out, number 1. And now it's Ivan Herrera. Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now a chance for Jordan Walker. And Pablo Lopez will deliver. And foul ball. Man at first, one away. On the ground left side, 6-4. High throw to first, and he can't reach it. The tag, and he's out. Double play. Not the way they... Welcome back. Quite the pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Ryan Fernandez.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Cut out and missed, struck him out, and one away.
Got him swinging on that pitch away to finish him off, but everything early in the at-bat was in tight. Really challenged him in there with some competitive pitches, not letting him get his hands extended, but of course that eventually opens up the outside part of the plate, and he just wasn't able to adjust. He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Contreras gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Miranda now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, they'll probably hand it off.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Down go the Twins in order.
Now pitching for
Back
Minnesota.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Cole Sands.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And the leadoff man aboard.
Wastes no time there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Wallner pulls it down. Runner tagging from first. The throw to second is offline.
The left fielder, number
Brendan
33,
Donovan. Next up for the Cardinals.
Donovan.
Hit in the air, center field. Buxton settles under it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he gets to third safely, moving up on the flyout, and there are 2 gone.
Now
Here comes Wilson Contreras. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Tap foul at the plate. There's a swing and a drive. That one's back there. And out of here. He circles the bases, and they add a couple more. It's 4-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So 2 away with nobody on. Nolan Gorman digs in now. This ball is hammered deep center field. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His second home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 5-zip. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Back-to-back jacks. And this club is fired up right now, dude. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice.
Pitching for Minnesota.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. That one not close, and it's 1-0. And there's a foul ball. Hard hit, left field, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. So now it's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 in this one. On the ground. Throws to first in time. And they get Arenado. And we're back. And here comes Carlos Correa. Fernandez back to work. That one down the line. And it goes just foul. Now 1-1.
1-1.
Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. And Arenado makes the catch. And there's one away. Now the third baseman, Royce Lewis. There's the strike. 1 out, base is empty. Got him looking for the K. Now only 1 out remaining. Matt Walner, the next twin up to hit. 1 for 3. Here comes the manager.
Pitching for the
Matthew
Cardinals,
Liberator will take over here.
52.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
In the dirt, and the count is 1-2. The Twins down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. We'd like to welcome those just tuning in on the show for a live look-in. You're right on time. The Cards looking to wrap up a one-run victory in the ninth, but they'll have to navigate through the middle of the order to do it. That one in triple digits.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Lewis swings through it for strike one. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Down to the last out for the Twins. Matt Wallner, the next to hit. Ball one, no strikes.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Fastball for a strike. And it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. One strike away. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. And that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it. Back here in St. Louis, welcome in John Shelby and Chris Singleton. We've got one out here in inning number 7.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
I got a ball, one strike. Hey.
He caught it behind his back. The feed for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nothing doing here this half. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. All tied. Back here in St. Louis, here's Nolan Arenado.
The third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
You know, these Cardinals need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swing.
Now a blast to left center. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. for that one. His first homer of the year, and that gives him a lead. It's 2-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Tosses to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Now for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. Out to short, Correa. Slinging into first in time.
Now batting.
2 down, bases empty. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. That misses the zone. 1-0. Out to short. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single. And now the center fielder, Lars Nootbaar. First offering, and it just misses. Hard hit, right side. On to France, and that is the inning. 1 for the Cardinals on the solo home run. This is now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Matz back to work. Right side. That one gets down for a hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single. Here's Carlos Correa. Here comes the manager out of the
Now pitching.
Ryan Fernandez into the game.
Number 64.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Pass and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Lewis in the box now. Takes strike 1. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Going back. Onto the tractor, and he makes the catch. Here's Byron Buxton. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Foul ball still 0-2. Got him swinging. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Danny Coulombe.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Slings to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And foul ball. 1 out, bases empty. Check swing, he held up. And the count even 1-1. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Brock Stewart, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Duran warming up as well. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Headed towards the corner. Larnach settles under it and makes the catch. And there are 2 down. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's Nolan Gorman. 1 for 3. So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, Lucan Baker, looking for a two-out spark with the bases empty. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs, base is empty. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Jose Fermin comes on defensively now as he takes over as the new second baseman.
Number 15.
One-run game. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Ryan Helsley on to try and close it out. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season. Just missed.
Number 56.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Jose Miranda, a critical at bat in this game for him. And that one fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game. And we're back here at Fenway Park, and we welcome you in. Already 2 away here in the 7th. John Shambi with Chris Singleton. So bases all loaded up. And now the shortstop, David Hamilton. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
On the ground right side. He's in there. Devers now 1 for 3. That one's in there. Strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. And that one is in the dirt. Yeah, the count 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away.
They tried to get him to go. Chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Got him. They limit the damage here. Back in Boston, here's Nolan Arenado.
Leading off for St. Louis, the third baseman,
Crawford back to work.
Arenado.
Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Aroldis Chapman, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Weiser getting cranked up as well. And a base hit right there. And a good start to the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. And here's the pinch runner, Victor Scott.
Number 11, Victor.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Swung on, belted. That one's back there. And it hits off the monster. Into second, and he's got a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just missed out on
Pitching.
Liam Hendricks comes on now.
Number 31.
This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Liam.
Now it's the right fielder,
Hendricks.
Jordan Walker. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's ripped for a base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single. Now down by 2. It's 3-1.
Mason.
So runners at the corners. Nobody out. Mason Wynn will hit next. Hit in the air, right field. Drops into the glove. He thought about tagging, but heads back to third. And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. 0 for 3 in this one. Fought off foul.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Pickoff move to first, and he's back in easily. And ball 1. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Runner on the go. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. And that should quiet this home crowd. His 2nd of the year, and they tack on 3. It's 4-3. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here comes the skipper.
Pitching for the Red Sox.
1 down. Brendan Donovan. Next up for the Cardinals.
Justin Wilson.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, the first baseman, Wilson.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. First pitch just misses.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That one is absolutely belted. And it bangs off the monster. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Left field, way back there. Duran going back, and it's off the green monster. Runner from second crosses the plate, and they take a 3-run lead. And he's there with a double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to.
Pitching for the
1
Red
out.
Sox.
Runner at second.
Number
Alec
22.
Burleson. Next up for the Cardinals.
Whitlock.
And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the third
Victor
baseman,
Scott now at the
Victor
plate. Batting for the first time here in the 8th inning after coming into the game as a pinch runner. That's to third. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. So in Back here at Fenway, now batting Tristan Casas. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
0-2 now. Got him swinging. That K is his third of the game. Here's Alex Bregman. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. And that's in the dirt. Going to count 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here at Fenway, and here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. Up the middle. Nice grab. Throws from his knees. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
Herrera on at first. Nobody out.
That pitch wasn't even close. And they still got a check swing out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment and make it fast.
Moving in the bullpen, Brian Bayo up and loosening in the pen. Sandoval also throwing. That's hard hit on the line. Durant makes the grab, 1 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Mason Wynn. Lined, and that's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Now batter.
Lars Nootbaar getting ready to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Ripped on a line. He dives, but he can't make the catch. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out. Brendan Donovan next up for the Cardinals. Base hit, 1 run is in. And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only 1 gone. Here's Contreras now.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
Swing and a ground ball. And that's just foul. Bases loaded, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Throw into third.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Pretty much a model swing on that.
So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Brennan Bernardino. This is his 3rd time out this year. Here's Nolan Gorman. And that one fouled off. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. Now snap throw to first. And he's back in there. Ball one there.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
1-2 now. That's inside. Donovan at third. Contreras over at first with one away. Back up the, oh, that got him. Still able to get it there in time. But a run comes across.
Now batting.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
So now the DH spot, Alec Burleson. Grounds one to short. Oh, great stop. The throw. And they get the out. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it's just foul.
Wow, that was just foul. Very close to maybe being extra bases there.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. To first, but it pulls him off the bag. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. Right through there for a strike. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
That's a ball.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
And a pitch. Swing and a foul straight back.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you? And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, it's time for our player spotlight, Singy. Jordan Walker is a player to watch for this team this year.
He sure is, Boog. And even though he's already looking like a key contributor, he's still a young player. But
one down. JT Realmuto stands in for the Phillies. Slice to right, and it stays fair. So they're all loaded up. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker.
He's been on fire at the dish lately, averaging more than 2 hits per game in his last 5.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. One runs in. A second scores as well, in there safely.
Oh, that's a big at bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. If you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Base hit, 1 run in already. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Only play is a first on the throw from shallow right. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Digging in, Jordan Walker. Swings through that one for strike 1. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. They take the force out. Bang, bang. Max Kepler at the plate. Cut on and lifted in the air. Can't hang on. Around second is Realmuto. The throw to third. And he's out.
Well, it's always a risk when you're pushing for third like that. A bang-bang play. Had a chance to make it. Maybe a little better slide around the tag. But a nice job by the defense to cut off that runner.
Walker at the plate now. That's ball 1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
That one fouled off. 2-2. This to third. Boom. Fires over to first. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. First and second, no outs. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Got one out to right. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Throw comes into third. Applies the tag, and they get two. Double play.
Man, you have to be sure if you're tagging from second base that you're going to move up to third with no problem. And I know he wasn't out by very much, and it took a great throw to get him, but you're already in scoring position, so it's just a foolish decision to try and push it there.
Kyle Schwarber.
He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals strand the go-ahead run to hold on for the win.